Abby Wambach, talk a little bit about what's going through your head as you get ready for this season.
Well, you know, a lot of different things. Number one, we got to build on the things that we've been trying to build on the past couple of years. Obviously, the WPS is a major part of the coming up year or so leading up into the World Cup. So in terms of the national team, we want to make sure that we keep putting our best foot forward. We can't take advantage of the time that we spend together because it's so few and far between during the WPS season. So it's going to be exciting. I'm really excited about it.
Is it a little bit different now that you have a professional league again? I mean, that puts a lot more stress on the body because you're playing regular matches, full speed matches every week.
Yeah, and not to mention we're not getting the games with each other as often. However, there's nothing better than playing games week in and week out. There's nothing better for building, muscle, building the stamina so that you can get to a World Cup environment and produce. Inputting what you do on the WPS side and bringing it to the national team is the challenge of the player. And it's a challenge of the professional athlete, and that's why we do what we do. That's why the players are here on the national team, because some seem to do it better.
Julie Foudy mentioned that, without a professional league, you probably wouldn't be here on the national team. Talk about some of the players that are on the team now and what they're getting out of the WPS.
Well, I think that the WPS was a good stepping stone in terms of getting to the national team from college. There was too great a gap for me. I couldn't get my timing down. I was slow. My thought was slow. So having that step in between allows some players to be able to develop even more post-college. And it also gives you an opportunity to play at a better environment than your college team, hopefully. And, I also think it deepens the national team pool because it gives PIA head coaching staffs more players to choose from.
Talk about this national team and how it's coming together and how it's changed, really, over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I think that now I'm more of a veteran, which is crazy to think about, but I think at the end of the day, PIA has a philosophy, and we as a team create the environment. And I think that the standards that are set, things that are set, are things that we want to live up to. We want to bring in the tradition of the old, but we also want to be able to let some of these younger kids express themselves, because they're in a lot of ways such different players than even a Mia or Christine Lilly, and we got to find ways to put them into our systems.
And how are the players coming up? These new young kids who looked to Mia and Christine and yourself.
Yeah, not to mention me. I had pictures of them all up on my walls too. No, they're great. I think Lauren Cheney is going to be one of those players that's going to be a big impact for us in the coming years. Tobin Heath, these players who, they've been kind of groomed for this position the past few years, and they've just been in the young category. Now that they're starting to make a name for themselves, it's really great to see, because at the end of the day, what you do on the field is the most important thing, and they're starting to get that time on the field so that they can express themselves.
Are you dreaming about Germany already?
Not yet. We got to qualify first, and there's a long process from now until then. So got to take it one step at a time. And from what happened pre-Beijing, I want to stay focused on the moment.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thanks a lot.